Real or not real, coaches that will be at their current school or program next year after this season. So real or not real, Jim Harbaugh at Michigan.
Not real. I mean, he's got no chance. They just should go ahead and fire him today and save the agony of waiting till November.
Die line. So nobody spits the hot fire.
Sam, you agree?
Well, no, I got a question though, because Paul does spit hot fire.
Yes.
Why wasn't he fired earlier? Like, why this year? Why not any other of the previous poor years?
Because Michigan manages its football program like an art museum. They don't look at it the way the rest of us do, that you actually have to win and beat your rival. What they did was cut his contract, and that will almost make it that has made it apparent that he'll probably lose his job after this year. And I know what we all said about Harbaugh 5, 6, 7 years ago when he was a Super Bowl coach and a championship coach in the NFL, but he's been an abject disaster at Michigan. He was the most heralded hire other than Urban Meyer of the last probably 8 or 9 years in college football. And I just I'm not really sure what he's done. And he shouldn't have been retained. He was, but the question wasn't should he have been retained. The question you asked me is, will he be back next year? And the answer is no.
Yeah, as a Michigan resident, this is a major disappointment, that Harbaugh couldn't come there and just beat Ohio State. I mean, the bar is really low right now, let alone to be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Hey, how about keep it within about 4 touchdowns, okay?
They get a handicap.
Low hanging fruit.
Real or not real? Let's continue. How about we go to Nebraska with Scott Frost? Will he be at the current school in 2022?
So let me make sure I understand. Is real that he'll be there, or real that he'll be gone? I'm not sure.
Yeah, real that he'll be there. Not real is that he'll be gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't have this game at home. I'll have to play along on TV.
The board version.
I don't think he'll be there either. Everything I just said about Jim Harbaugh, just move on over to Scott Frost. Favorite son. The only difference was Scott Frost led his team to a national championship at Nebraska 4 years ago or 3 years ago when he left Central Florida. He was the hottest coach in the country. The 2 hottest coaches back then were Chip Kelly and Scott Frost. They're both really doing great now, aren't they? I don't know how Scott Frost survives. He has a new AD, former player Trev Alberts, and the NCAA snooping around. So go ahead and call the moving van.
Amazing. I'm old enough to remember Nebraska as a national power.
Yeah.
What was it, what you call hunks move jump?
You're going to do this again?
Oh, never mind.
Yeah. People, you always
I'm not
butcher
gonna
that
grab it.
name.
I'm not going to grab the
Let's just keep playing the game, shall we? Real or not real with Paul Finebaum right now. How about Ed Orgeron at LSU? How long can we live off of a national championship?
Well, it's always 2019 for LSU fans, and part of that reason is that Orgeron just he oozes confidence. I think they'll be good this year. So the only thing that will get him are off the field problems combined with a mediocre season. He has off the field issues, but I think he'll have a big year. I think they can win 9 or 10 games, and I think the Coach O on the hot seat conversation needs to be tabled for another day.
All right, that's real. You guys agree?
Yeah, no, for sure.
And national championship 2 years ago.
Right.
Like, come on, man. Pump your brakes.
Yeah, all the LSU people here are talking about, 19, 19, 19. And so I think he'll live off of that no matter how LSU does this year.
You take one national championship for sure. All right, real or not real with Bryan Harsin of Auburn after, of course, some controversy already there with him.
Yeah, real. I mean, he hasn't even coached a game yet, guys.
Right,
I don't mean to, but he's inherited a pretty average to mediocre situation left behind by Gus Malzahn. He's been criticized by some, but I think Auburn people like him, and they won't be great this year, but I think that he will get a reasonable leash.
Yeah, I agree with that. He just got there, right? I mean, he just got there. You don't get fired after a year when you just got there, especially with your history of winning at previous programs.
Fair enough.
Day off.
Fair enough. I think I didn't make the list. I'm just reading it. Real or not real? And there's a reason for this one. Lincoln Riley, will he be at Oklahoma after after this season in 2022?
I thought he went to the Cowboys a couple of years ago. I was watching ESPN, and everybody was, including me, by the way. He will be there. I think Lincoln Riley has found his niche. He is one of the great quarterback whisperers in recent college football history, and I cannot imagine him leaving, especially now that Oklahoma is heading to the SEC.
Yeah, I think that's real as well. Like, there's been talk for years of Lincoln Riley becoming the heir apparent for the Cowboys. And for years, Lincoln Riley has stayed and won Big 12 championship after Big 12 championship after Big 12 championship. He called AT&T Stadium his second home at Big 12 Media Day because that's how many times they've played there and won there. And so, yeah, Lincoln Riley I don't think is going anywhere. And OU isn't outside of going to the SEC.
I mean, and the bar is low, right? Like they we think that they want to win a national championship, but he can do that job for the next 20 years, collect the bag. If you go and you fail as a Cowboy, head coach, your career could be over with. You'd never be able to go back and get that bag, right? So Jerry Jones, he may go tired of you in 3 years. He can do that for the next 20 years. They'll never fire him.
So, guys, if you want to start firing McCarthy, Alan, if you want to start firing McCarthy, I'm good with that. I can stick around for a couple more segments.
Well, wait till you see what's coming at the end of this. How about this one? Real or not real that this coach will be at his current program in 2022, Ryan Day, Ohio State.
That's a good one because he is coveted by the NFL, but I think it's real. And you could add some of what we said about Lincoln Riley. Everyone talks about Nick Saban recruiting, but Ryan Day right now is recruiting at the same level as Nick Saban at Alabama. And I can't imagine why he would leave right now. Just to go take a garden variety NFL job that will likely last 2 or 3 years, to me, is not worth it.